group of 6 friends are treated to a murder mystery game night, only to have their host actually abducted and no one realizing until the danger becomes all too real. Before I get too far into the review, let's talk about the elephant in the room, which is The Man Who Knew Too Little. People are going to say that game night is essentially the same thing as that movie, but in The Man Who Knew Too Little, you deal with one guy who gets involved in an assassination plot and never figures out that he's a part of it, even after it's over. Here, we've got a large group of people who realize halfway through the movie, if not a little sooner, that they're a part of an abduction scheme. So, there are some very big differences in there. So, while the initial concept may not be original, the concept that they went with is. The film is directed by John Francis Daley and Jonathan Goldstein, also written by Mark Perez. Yeah, the selections of films I chose to represent their work really aren't the best examples. It's a very mixed batch, so not a big confidence builder there. The film stars Jonathan Bateman, Rachel McAdams, and Kyle Chandler. I miss Early Edition. Anyway, back to the film. The writing is fantastic. The cinematography is amazing. Everyone put on strong, solid performances, and it was so damn funny. And action-packed! I was not expecting this to have any action at all, except for maybe a few things, but it was actually pretty strong on the action portion. There were gunfights, fistfights, car chases, this incredible scene that was done in a mansion where it's edited to look like it's all in one shot, where a camera is just sailing around following these people as they're trying to pass this one object around. I would say that the action in this film actually helped out tremendously because it helped break up the comedy so that you had a chance to take a breather from that only to get something you weren't expecting at all. And there was a number of times in the film that there was things going on that I wasn't expecting. Some jokes I've never heard before, some scenarios I haven't seen played out. It was really refreshing. The film does have a few problems. Characters are not as well developed. In fact, half the characters have personalities that seem to come from the same person. It's like having 3 different people played by the same person, but that person thinks he's playing the same character every time. The music cuts could have been better to punctuate specific moments in the film. There are moments when a joke happens, but the music keeps going as if nothing's happening or changing. And I think the trailer actually did some of those jokes better because the music cut out as opposed to keep going. Ryan was just too stupid at times. I know Ryan is supposed to be the dumb one in the group, but why? Why did you write him so stupid in certain scenes? Why would anyone say maybe the sticker is just made in China? And there was just some other scenes that were really irritating, but that one sticks out the most. Also, I know the film was going for some kind of comedic romantic moments where Max and Annie were having a moment where you could see that they were really in love with each other. But when you do it by doing a close-up on their faces and slow motion, their smiles forming on their face, it comes off as creepy. If anything, that was probably the worst part of the film, was just those 2 moments. Other than that, the film was incredibly solid. I don't normally go to theaters to see comedies. I don't normally go to theaters, period. But this one got me out there, and I spent my money, and I was happy to. By the end of the night, I was just absolutely over the moon that I'd seen the movie. I'm glad to have seen it in theaters. I'm glad to have supported the film's creators. And I hope for more from these particular people, and I hope they make a lot more great comedies. Or any film that they want to do. If they want to do horror, I'm perfectly on board with that. If that be something they want to do, I'm just saying, we wouldn't mind having you in the community. But, getting back on track, the film comes in at an 8.5 out of 10. May seem a little high to some people, but this is my rating, and that's what I'm giving it. Have a good night, people.